the fight, keeping you on track. Charity and healing, one step at a time. Big Grizz is here for you. Hear that mountain climb? That's the Big Grizz Show. Where the strong find grace, lifting up the ones who fought the hardest race. With a laugh, a crowd, and a mission so true, Big Grizz is here for you. Through the battlefields of life, he's got your back. A brother in the fight, keeping you on track. Charity and healing, one step at a time. Big Grizz leads the charge. Hear that mountain climb? It's the Big Grizz Show, where the warriors meet, finding hope and honor, taking back their seat. The Big Grizz Show. Tune in and stay a while. Healing hearts with that rugged country style. Oh, yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Big Grizz Show. We're doing a special live, obviously Saturday night, but we're doing our live with Mothersburg Racing, and this last weekend we all competed in SLAMFEST. You guys remember last year we did the same thing. We're going to go through everything that the racing entailed. We're going to show some videos, show you guys some major crashes. I was in one of them. It hurt, all bruised, it sucked, but it was fun. So we're going to go through these videos, and we're just going to have a good time talking about everything. This is my brother-in-law, Kyle. He started Mothersburg Racing and somehow talked me into doing it. I'm kind of stuck because it's fun. So, Kyle, what got you into racing? I know we talked about it a year ago. That was a year ago.
Yeah. Well, my dad and uncle were both race car drivers. They raced did Demolition Derby at the Tacoma Dome, and they also raced at Speedway, doing cat and mouse racing, figure eight racing, good old Demolition Derby. So it's in the blood, man. They've been doing it since they both passed on now, but they started doing it back in the 70s and just carried on and brought the family legacy. So.
Sure did. So, can you explain how SLAMFEST started at the Washington State Fair?
Well, back in 2007, that's the year I graduated high school, I actually went to the head director of the fair, Dan Sharp, and asked him, hey, every county fair in this state has a Demolition Derby show. Why does the Puyallup Fair not have one? And, well, I ended up having a sit-down meeting with him, and he was like, that's a good question. If you have any suggestions, let me know about it. I told him about Evergreen Speedway, and I think they reached out to them the next year and ended up having the first Demolition Derby SLAMFEST at the Puyallup Fair in 2008.
So, you talked to the Washington State or Puyallup Fair into having SLAMFEST, into us hurting ourselves.
Well,
enjoyment.
For enjoyment, yeah. I'm not going to toot my horn too much, but I think I had some form of influence in the whole show.
It wasn't there before you started talking about it.
That's
so,
true.
I
don't know.
Big influence.
Yeah, I don't know if it was already in the works prior to, but I definitely think it did. The show means a whole lot to me. Me and my sister grew up at the fair. I can remember my dad had a restaurant cleaning business. He had to clean 29 restaurants throughout the fair and get ready for the next day. And he had to clean the fryers, clean the grills, mop the floors, pressure wash all the mats, and have them all ready for the next day. And I remember being like 2 or 3, going with my dad to the fair and sleeping on top of the griddle. He would lay down some cardboard on it, and I'd sleep on the griddles, to keep myself warm at night. So, I mean, the fair has had a big impact and influence on my life, and just combining the Puyallup Fair, and SLAMFEST racing together, just the show means a whole lot to me. So,
Well, let's just say we definitely put on a show. It's a lot of fun. We're going to show some clips. All 3 nights of racing. We got some clips of the big car bump to pass, mini car bump to pass, big car demo derbies, the figure 8 mini car, and the boat races. There's footage of all of it. And we're going to go through and share some videos. But I'm going to bring up another brother-in-law who actually raced all 3 days with us this year. If you guys remember from the last season, he raced one night out of it, but he got to race all 3 days and see what it was like to be in the pits. So, this is our brother-in-law, Brian.
what's up, Bryce?
Hello, hello. Good.
Up there on the way up north.
Yeah.
Best part of
Bryce,
Washington.
you look a lot different with the beard, man. It's hard to get used to.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be gone here soon. So.
Oh, poor baby didn't have a paternity leave no more.
No, yeah, I got to go back to work in 3 weeks, so it's gonna be gone very, very soon.
Well, hopefully you can grow a big old grizzly beard like our partner here.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a lot better beards than mine out there. So, Bryce, obviously last year was our first year. It was my first year too, but I was lucky enough to race all 3 nights, so I had a little more into it. What do you notice the difference from last year to this year with you?
Well, last year all of our cars didn't break down every single day. Well, I mean, I was only there for 1 day, but it felt like last year was a little bit smoother. But for some reason, this year, even though last year I only got to race 1 day, this year was like hands down just amazing. I felt like I learned so much, and it was just like we were so go, and it made it a lot more fun for me because I'm not a person that likes to just sit around and stuff like that. I like to do some work, and I felt like this year like all of us just came together and busted our ass for 3 days straight. I mean, we were pulling 16-hour days, it felt like, and
It was like that last year. You only got to race 1 day though.
yeah. And I mean, it was just so much fun. I mean, I had a blast, and I thought the first year I was like, all right, I'm gonna be one and done, just get this off the bucket list. But it's just, I have so much fun doing it that I really don't want to stop.
It's addicting.
It really is. I never thought getting hit by other people would be so fun, but it really is.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, I mean, unless you get a good hit and it hurts.
Yeah.
The good hits hurt, but I mean, it fades fairly quickly, depending on the situation.
Yeah, depending on whether or not the seat breaks, you go into the steering wheel, or the harness holds you.
Yeah.
Well, man, Bryce, you did a killer job out there. I just want to give you kudos for, not kudos. I want to give you kudos. I want to give you kudos for just bucking up and going out there, because Sunday night was your first figure 8 race, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that was interesting.
Were you nervous? Because I know last year I told Kyle, I was like, I don't know if I want to go out there racing.
So I asked like 5 different people how the figure 8s go, and all 5 people told me something else. And so when we got out there, Justin told me, he was like, hey, stay in the middle so that you can see, when we start doing the warm-up laps, you can see how the figure 8 goes. Well, I get up there and they have me right in the front row. And I was like, I have no clue where I'm going. And so I look at Sarah and I'm like, hey, how does this go? And she told me to just follow her, and I figured it out. But I was so nervous when it started because I didn't want to be the one that messed it up, And yeah, I just wanted to put on a show.
I don't ever want pole position starting because I want to cruise into the corner and hit somebody.
Yeah. No,
I always like starting in the back of the pack because when that first corner, everybody bunches up, and you could usually, swindle your way through it and kind of get towards the front. That's kind of my secret to the SLAMFEST, at least that small a track. That's my secret. I guess I shouldn't have shared.
Man, hey, I'm telling you though, in the 2 years, I like starting in third for the simple fact that you hit that first corner, you're already on the inside and you're pushing out your way, and they're pushing you into the third.
That's true. Yeah, definitely.
I learned pretty quick, like starting in the back is a lot better. Just like what Kyle said, is like everybody bunches up in the front, and so you can easily get your way around. Like the first race on that Friday night, when I took second, I started all the way in the back, and I was able to maneuver my way around and get there. So
how did you feel in comparison to last year? I know you got to make it through all 3 days, but just the difference in it, and you ended up not having to switch cars. You chose to switch cars, through Sunday. Yeah,
I think Sunday he did say he wanted to be in the Accord because he didn't want the van to break.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, the CB axles that you replaced, man, that last one you put in held in, but I think turns out the radiator on the van was blown, and who was it? Kevin, he ran a good majority of the race, but I think it just got too hot and the motor started to seize up.
Yeah.
So one of our officials at SLAMFEST is Mr. Steve, or Cowgirl there, Cowgirl Motorsports, and he said you. Well, now you see you guys turn up the mic. But he said you guys did awesome this year, and I'm glad you're doing okay. While he's talking to me, yeah, no, I'm doing good. I'm just super sore.
How's that, Steve?
Oh, Mr. Steve.
Should be a lot better.
Oh, senor. Oh, I can hear myself way better now. But, yeah, so mics are turned up. You should hear us just fine because I'm not even yelling in the mic. So, Bryce, did you have fun in that van? Because, I mean, you and Jacob had the 2 minivans.
I had so much fun in that van. If that van would have held up all 3 days, I mean, that thing was quick, like super quick. And I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun in the Accord too. Other than no power steering, that kind of sucked. Never had to deal with that before. But the van, if I could run it next year, I 100% would.
Hey, it's running.
Yeah, it's running, dude. We just got to throw a radiator in it.
Yeah, no.
Trust me, I know. I got a really good hit from it in the figure eights, and I went spinning in the intersection.
Thank you, Wild Thing. Appreciate it.
Oh, dude, he busted me so hard. I seen it coming, too. I came out of, turn 4 going into the intersection, and I'm looking to the left and going, he's going to hit me.
I think you got a video of it, don't you? Yeah, you got one? All right.
Oh, he hit me hard. It just shows a truck doing this. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, the van was super fun. I would definitely reinforce that bumper because I had issues with that bumper pretty early on. And so after every race, I would have to keep tightening it because it wasn't really holding up. But yeah, that van was sick.
Yeah, no, the van was sick. So the front end of that van is kind of chintzy. It's the frame on it is super duper thin. So when we ran those bumpers through, honestly, dude, it ripped the bumper out of the frame. So we're gonna have to plate the frame itself. Maybe that'll still get ripped off, but then it should at least give it a little bit more support, or we could stuff the frame a little and give it some more rigidity.
You're not supposed to stuff the frame, are you?
No, you're not.
But that the van was sick. I just feel like I have a special bond with that van too. You know, I just like, it's the first car I ever worked on, you know, legitimately. And it just like, I don't know, I have my blood, sweat, and tears in that, you know, I don't know, it just kind of means a lot more to me than, you know, the Accord. Yeah, the Accord was sick, but like that van, you know, I spent the whole weekend, you know, 12-hour days, even longer, you know, trying to fix that van.
Well, I mean, it's still got it. We'll put it up in the bushes. And not only that, they're doing a minivan demolition derby, I believe, out at Kitsap. So if Bryce, you want to destroy that sucker and send it to its grave, it's all yours.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, so seeing the demolition derby this year, because I didn't really see it much last year. I I really want to eventually do a demolition derby, like a legit, you know, just hit somebody, you know, last
I
one.
got to get my nerves up.
I just want to. It looks so much fun.
Well, Bryce, you had a nice cushiony pad next to your door, so that
Yeah.
should have helped out a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So, Steve, no, we only blew up one motor this year at SLAMFEST.
Was that the hot box truck?
That was the hot box truck.
Oh yeah.
So Friday night in the race, I blew a motor, blew a head gasket, and I hotboxed the whole stadium. It was quite comical, actually. And so I want to give a big shout out to one of our sponsors, the Green Door here in Buckley, Washington. We love you guys. You did awesome. Thanks for everything you did to help us, and hopefully we did you guys good.
Yeah, I mean, that motor, I kind of knew that it was, I mean, the motor still runs, and I think it's still just a blown head gasket, but it starts up, it runs good, just runs like it's running on, you know, 3 cylinders. But I think if we wanted to, we could tear it down and fix it, but just because it's gotten so hot so many times, I think it would be just best to switch it out and put a new one.
Hey, Lexi, how's it going, hon? Facebook isn't what?
Facebook is
What?
working.
Yeah, well, Steve, none of the drivers, including me, could hear anything. What's up, Maverick? How you doing? Maverick's another one of our huge podcast hosts. He's a great dude out of Florida.
Maverick, good to have you. Thank you for joining the show.
It says I'm going to Facebook.
Oh, well, anyways, so
Yeah.
Bryce, with switching from the van to the Honda, what was the difference? I know you said it didn't have power steering. A lot of those cars that we run out there don't have power steering. I mean, the truck didn't have power steering until we looped the power steering around. Thanks to Hollywood Larry.
The Accord definitely, it was not just about like going around those turns was a little difficult because I was spinning out a little bit and I could like feel myself spinning out. So it was a little hard to gain control. And then I had it in the wrong gear for that first heat race, and then that's when you had told me to put it all the way down, and that made it just go way quicker. But I felt like I got the hang of it pretty quick.
Yeah, and not only that is that ass end of that Honda is all cattywampus, so it's pointing like the opposite direction. So it probably helped you in the turns, kind of, but on the other side in the straights, like you're crab walking that straight.
Yeah.
So, but you managed it pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Anybody that y'all listening to, there you can get it on YouTube. On my Facebook, it shows I'm live. My wife's it's not showing on hers either, so I don't know what's going on with it. But we're on Rumble as well, on VOP USA Radio. You can get on the Big Grizz Facebook too. I'm live on there. Same on VOP USA Radio on Facebook. And on Rumble and YouTube, on my YouTube, you guys can get me on there. I don't know what's going on with Facebook.
I don't know, but hey, if you want to send me that link to YouTube real quick, then I'll post it out on here so other people can see it.
Yes, I don't understand. It's showing on mine, which were really, really weird. So hey, we got a video where I'm going to bring up. It's the first race of Friday night when I hotboxed the stadium. Well, that's exactly what happened. I did the wrong thing. There we go. So we're gonna play this video. It's not gonna have any audio, but you'll see. I'm in the 53 truck. You'll start seeing the smoke. This video not have audio. No. But it's. I mean, I can turn this up. That's what I can do. But this is the first oval race Friday night. Second, first. We're getting ready to line up. That would be me. And 7 man. So yeah, it looks like it's I think that's the 18 car. There we go. Now we're going. It's so much fun. One of these corners I get thrown into the wall. And, that's what That's when it went. But now, if you sit here and watch, you won't be able to see the grandstands here in about 2 hours. Well, the motor didn't blow; it just blew the head gasket. But rocking the mini can. That's after he put me in the wall.
His tire came off. It's just the rim.
Right. It looked like you had first in that one. You were doing that pretty good. Oh wait, no, this is when I blew my tires. This isn't the race. All I can picture is a soccer mom running out there. You should have pinned it going in there and tagged Jacob. Did you win that heat race, Brett?
No, I took second.
Oh, you had second?
Come on, come on! There you go. There you go. Don't let him in. Go, 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 go. 1 lap to go.
Yeah, there's the white flag.
Yeah. Bryce, you're on second. Bryce, you're on second. Woo! Go, 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 go! Woo!
So the next video will be the smoke out.
Bryce got second.
First. I got lots of computers going. let's just say that little Sonoma. Try. So Riley in that orange black car, he might get popped on. But it was so fun, you guys. You guys got to get out and watch these shows. There's something so.
It's not the speed so much. I mean, because we're only getting up to maybe 35, 40, but just having just the adrenaline and the intensity of bumping and pushing people, it's just crazy out there.
Yeah, it makes it so fun.
Theirs was hitting
that little probe was moving. She was doing really good with that
I think I went out half. Like
she'd be great there. Did she take first?
Sarah got second.
So then we got. No. Right there. Oh no, Riley did get that.
Sarah got second. Bryce did the race right before this. I did live. You can watch.
So this next one, it's the big cars. So you guys can see the difference in the cars in the sim.
Tony's car
that car was on steroids for the head for something. Right, so you hear this?
And the boat race.
That car's neat.
I think he lost his transmission on it last night with them doing burnouts for the chain and go.
Oh,
I think. What was that? Oh, I think it was for boats.
That's when Katie went to the wall right there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no, that's definitely her. That wall's not forgiving. Car's more forgiving.
Yeah, Tony's got a rocket under that.
What he got hit?
I don't. I know it's not a LS. His daughter has an LS motor. It's just got something that I know it's hot.
That car's something else. Here, let's see. I know I should have that Saturday.
By the way, I'm drinking my Budweiser alcohol-free beer because I quit drinking. I actually hit my year, or I wish it was a year, my month sober yesterday. Woo!
Hell yeah.
Actually, today's the 19th.
I believe
This is the one.
The main event is Saturday, and that's when it causes rain. On Sunday, we tried to get it right.
Oh, right. So, yeah, he's driving the Chevy.
Yeah, this one I'm driving the Range 4. This is one where I smoked it. This was something else.
Yeah, the whole stadium was smoked out. It's pretty wild.
I know, everybody, all the drivers kept coming up to me like, hey, we couldn't see. I was like, newsflash, guys, neither could I. I was in the same boat as every single one of you. Yeah, this is that 118. That one had more too. I thought it was but yeah, this would be our main event Saturday night, and Justin won that one. I don't think any of us played stuff. Right, you placed on the figure 8, right?
Say that again?
Said you got what, third on the figure 8?
Third, yeah.
All right. Jordan,
Libby, all last weekend.
Sarah's in fourth.
Yeah, but no, these races were very long nights. We were at the fair Friday night,
Francis in
midnight,
sixth.
Saturday night. Oh yeah, it's already smoking. Not realize it was that bad until you see it. Yeah, so the truck that's doing the smoke show is sponsored by the next door. And, really good. I mean, if you guys have any idea what the store is in the Rocky store, you'll understand what we're getting at on why it's so good for them. You can see the smoke. Imagine the drivers in there and we couldn't see nothing.
I thought he was just burning tires since the rear end wasn't locked up. I thought he was just burning like tire every time he went around the corner. But
no, that's so bad. The truck is not where the thing is smoke is.
I'm surprised they didn't call it earlier.
Hold on. At one point, I couldn't see. I stuck on the wall until I got to the
I kind of feel bad for the crowd not being able to see.
No, they could just hear it. But, you know, put on a show for them. Oh, that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
No, that's not you. That's Bryce.
Yeah.
Bryce,
that's when you pop the CD, right?
Bryce, is that when you lost the CD?
Yeah, that was the That was the first the original one.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a lot of smoke. That was insane.
Instead of smoking so bad. He's gonna get black flag.
Oh, I got black flag. I got booted out real fast. The thing is if it would have been at all windy, that it wouldn't have been. It would have blew right. It was like dead calm. It was just hanging out. Looks like a really good fireworks show without the fireworks.
Jody's turning.
Oh no, they pulled me out. Yeah, that's all it is. It's the three of us. Yeah, there's the blown up truck coming in. Yep, so there's the truck that was blowing smoke everywhere. It's not smoking right now. Yeah, you don't put the power to it, and it's good. It's a lot of fun. That race was really, really scary.
Why were you so scared?
Couldn't see.
Well, good thing it wasn't a figure eight then, because you wouldn't be able to see anything over that intersection.
Oh, dude, that would have been bad. That'd have been bad for everybody.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Who's sitting there and smoking? Who hit you right there? I can't tell. Oh, this is a derby. This is mini car
Oh, the
derby.
mini car derby.
No!
That was Jacob right there.
No, that was that it? What it got him the Mad Dog did?
I don't know. He's just going out there to put on a show.
No, he's smacked.
I'm surprised his car lasted for as long as it has. And look at that thing out in the field right now.
Oh, hey, that thing looks like something they need to take to the fair for drunk driving accidents.
Yeah.
Looks like it hit a telephone pole, spun out, wrapped around another telephone pole, rolled about 30 times. Or, just went off.
Yeah. Jacob got third in this. I think who came in first? It's Preston.
Right there, that teal blue station wagon.
He's getting good. He brought one out to Linden, and he opened up pretty dang good.
So this was Friday night. It was a mini car demolition derby. Mini cars in the derby that there was big cars in there.
But I'm glad some
12 cars in the derby Friday.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's not a bad showing. More is always better, but I mean, it would be cool to get like 30 cars out here. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah. I think I finally got over it just before I finally walked up to watch it. If you ain't been to one of these type of shows, it is worth going, whether you're a redneck or a city dude. It is fun to see people crash stuff. It's fun.
You ever been on I-5 and wanted to take somebody out?
No kid.
Do you have the one where you get hit by wild thing in the intersection.
That would have been.
Sarah, Bryce is in the 62. Yeah.
That's probably one of them. Well, Bryce, are you glad that you ended up riding the Honda?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. Because I mean, that minivan, you know, I think it made it like 3 laps after the second red flag. It was coming out. So, I mean, and it was such a last minute switch. You know, it was like right before the first heat race. I was going to race the minivan, and then I was like, no, I'd rather be safe than sorry, you know, and you know, so I was definitely happy about it.
I'm glad you made that decision too, because you were kind of on the fence, you know,
Yeah.
not wanting to switch out of your sweet van. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have taken third if and won a cool trophy if I had the van. So
In the figure 8.
yeah, in the figure 8.
Well, hey, let's just get real on this before we show the footage. Won the freaking figure 8 if it wasn't for a crash. And I say crash, yes, we're there to crash people, but this was a crash.
non-intentional.
A very non-intentional. So
Do you have
it's Grace, I believe that's your wife on YouTube. Says that's amazing, bub. Good job. Not sure what we were talking about.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And then you said something because you said good for you.
Oh, I don't know what you're
I
talking
don't
about.
remember what we were talking about on that.
Well, I appreciate it.
But we're gonna bring the first part of the figure 8 up on Sunday. The first half of it, and then, well, actually, I think it's the whole thing. I'll stop it. Well, you guys will know when it gets weird, but it's 5-10 minutes probably. But this is the figure 8s on Sunday, which was our big main event on Sunday. So we're gonna play this. They're lining this up right now.
I'm gonna message Jake.
He doesn't know the.
What's
He doesn't know the. Go.
So this is the start of something great. You heard Bryce say earlier he didn't want to be in pole position. So when we jumped out there, what we ended up doing is Sarah got in front of Bryce. Bryce was in second, and I was in third. And we were going back and forth. Now Bryce is not in the minivan in this one. He's in a Honda Accord. This ain't it.
Oh, the pole position. Car number 1.
Bryce is Oh yeah.
It's like I'm
But I think we had to start the race. I think we had 10 mini cars out there and only 4 50.
Sarah, Bryce, Jordan.
This is gonna be interesting. Yeah. No, this is the figure 8. So you got Sarah coming up on the outside of this corner,
This is the
Bryce
figure
on the
8.
inside, and then I'm behind Sarah in that Sonoma with the flag on it. And behind, you're right next to me. I'm right next to you. Yeah. So our family's the first 4 people.
Yeah.
So oh no, we come back around. So you guys watching are definitely going to see some big hits of this. You guys took a lot.
That's why he didn't want to be in position because he's the leader. Here we go.
Here we go. So now we took the green on that. And lucky me, I ended up in first after the first corner. And held back until a very bad accident. But it's a hot mess out there. Where last year we had 16 cars in the field. That was insane. So, it was fun. That's right. You're a hippie. Oh, that's our tire came off that. Smacked me with that face. High five. And then he's going in reverse. It's like he's stuck with his. So they threw a red flag on us because you see me get hit in that truck and I spun out. Well, we forgot that there was a spare under the truck and it came flying out from under the truck. So, it happens.
Everybody was asking, where'd that tire come from? Whose car did that come from?
People looking, checking other cars, make sure everybody had tires.
Was it Bubs?
Oh, dude, he crushed me.
You didn't want to clean out one of the truck.
On that one.
We did have.
I mean, that one didn't hurt, but man, I felt.
Oh, she's surprised.
Oh,
They're all trying to figure out who's missing a wheel.
So they'll get us going again, and then at this whole time I had first.
Yeah,
and I
he's
came
right
the
here.
next-
He's okay.
I think our main was only 10 laps, and I made 6. But I held first off 6 laps. So coming up, you guys are gonna see what the hell of a hit that. Well, I ended up having to go to the emergency room and get the whole body CAT scan with contrast to make sure none of my internal organs were going nuts or bleeding or anything.
It's a surprise.
Come to find out,
Trying to figure out who lost the tire.
they said that I had
It was
severe
a
trauma
spare tire that was
because,
bolted underneath the bed of Jordan's truck.
I had really
So
bad
nobody's missing the tire.
So they couldn't see.
They're like, who lost the tire? Everybody's got tires on.
So now I'm just dealing with the aftermath of feeling like I got kicked by a horse right in the chest. Oh, it feels like, but it's hard. It still hurts. But I'll show a better view of this, a different view of this, because we're gonna start. I think we're gonna hit this first corner once we line up. We're gonna get the green right away. But one of the fans came down out of the stands and came up to me and was asking me. He said he had a video of what had happened.
Yeah, he got met in the intersection.
So I'll play that
Oh,
after.
dude, I watched the acid come up. Oh, Kevin didn't even lift. Hit him so hard the whole ass end picked up and the truck spun and the tire came out. The tire about went over the wall.
That's a new car. Time for a new car.
Oh, what was that?
Again.
See that? They were trying
So
to
the push truck looks like he's going to be coming out. And then we're going to hit that first corner. They're going to give us
His two?
right from the
Did
start.
you
I don't
see
even
the
think they made us run
number that was?
before he gave us.
Are you saying they started you guys green flag right before you're at?
I believe so. Maybe not, and I just didn't see this part of it. So I had the footage from the
So
Justin. They
So Justin was trying to hop in the truck after you guys
There's
got hit, but the clutch was blown out, so it wasn't working out for him.
Well, then he said that somebody had told him that it wasn't the original driver, so he couldn't get back in.
Well, that's bullshit.
I don't know who said that.
See, that's okay. So the van was just overheating. I thought it popped another CV axle, but Kevin said it's so hot it popped
No.
up.
Yes. I believe they gave us a reason. Oh no, we're gonna make as well. So we started with almost 10 cars, and at this moment, there's 6.
Get in there.
If my count's right, there's 6 cars. So 4 of them, yeah, we're taking green.
Green. Go, babe, go.
Oh, dude, that Sonoma is so fun. He tries to spin me out right here, but he actually helped me around.
Woo!
He's trying to get you,
So
you down, man.
you guys couldn't see that. I'm gonna go to a different view real quick so you guys can see what actually just happened.
Red flag.
The camera's gonna go nuts here in a second. A lot of
You okay?
BS happened, and I've already told people I was going to talk about it, and that is to come because I already warned this week.
He tried turning out of it.
Keep my mouth shut. So I'm going to bring this other video up.
Oh,
And it was, like I said, from a fan that came down because they opened the pits up after the figure 8. He came down and was talking to us, and he came up and was telling me that he thought I had the hardest hit of the night, surprisingly. And he sent me a video. And this is just a different view of everything. So you guys can see now that you've seen how they start this out. This is just from us getting the green and going. We just watched this when I get spun out right here by that yellow minivan. Our buddy Jacob right there. Well, this is my sister. And that hit right there, it broke my seat in the truck, and I went into the steering wheel. And,
once again.
So, in all of the situation that had happened with this, we came out of that corner, and I came out sideways. Now you guys gotta think. I hit that intersection about 35, 40 before I was in that other corner. I was in second gear and I was banging the rev limiter, and then all of a sudden I came to a dead stop. When you're going into an intersection in the figure 8, you're looking to your left to make sure nobody's coming at you. Well, for some reason I was looking that way, not realizing that I still had first, and all of a sudden my sister-in-law, Kyle's fiance, came out of nowhere. We've talked. She knows the judgment, something happened, whether it's a car or whatever. She rolled too far and she turned into me, and I hit her front end somewhere between 35 and 40 miles an hour. And like I had said, it had broke my seat. It had pushed me into the driver, or pushed me into the steering wheel. I had a massive bruise from the harness, from everything breaking. Well, we all thought, even I thought, that I hit her driver's door. And at that speed, I was scared for her. Come to find out, after looking at her car, I only hit the front tire and pretty much put the tire in the engine compartment. But now here's the fun part. So during all of this is kind of what has pissed us off with, and honestly, this is a raw and unfiltered, my podcast is, and it pissed us off because I stopped and I knew I was hurt, and the one thing the stupid ass official said was, if you want out of the rig, get our attention and wave your hands. Well, considering I hit her, I shut the truck off, I'm yelling, I'm not 20 feet from an official, and he's looking me straight in the face, and I'm waving my hands and yelling at him, get me out of this. And he never flew a red flag until the other driver stopped the track. They stopped the race. They didn't continue racing because they seen the hit and they knew how bad it was. But the stupid official that should not be an official of Evergreen, Steve. You know how I feel about this because he's lucky I didn't beat his ass. He's just an ignorant piece of crap that didn't know what he was doing and should not have been there.
Now, who are you?
I am talking about Mr. Dizzy and Bruce Beeler.
Oh, okay.
Because they both looked me in the eyes. They knew I was in pain and they didn't do nothing. Our buddy Steve was on the opposite side of the track and he knew something was wrong, but yet these officials still didn't do anything. Now, to top all of that off, after the paramedics came out, they called for my wife and for Kyle to come there because it's his fiance and me in the accident. Kyle and my wife were standing side by side right in front of my truck, and Bruce Beeler grabbed Kyle by the hoodie and yanked him away from it. It looked like he strangled him. All of this is not okay. By no means is it okay, and I hope somebody from Evergreen is watching this. Not just you, Steve, because I know you're on our. You stay neutral to it. I understand that. But to further this instance, if I don't want to swear, but this piece of crap, if you would have touched my wife, I would have went to prison because I would have climbed out of that truck and I would have beat him to a pulp. It's that simple. And he does not have a problem with putting his hands on any of the drivers, and it's crap. He did it last year. He did it this year. Nothing good is with this guy. Well, on top of all of that, after the racing was completely done, because that was the second to last race of the night, we were loading our cars up. Our family was the last ones there really getting our cars out. And one of my best friends, Hollywood Larry, me and him went up to Bruce and said, "Hey man, you should go apologize to Kyle because, you should never put your hands on a grown man's body. You just shouldn't." And this is where I don't want to swear, but I'm going to, is he looked at both of us and said, "I don't give a fuck. I don't like Kyle." And he walked away. At that point, Steve, I know you're staying neutral, but this is where Bruce needs to be dealt with. And I don't think we stand a chance with Evergreen because that's just wrong. Hands down wrong. And it happened to him. That's the thing. It didn't even happen to me, but I seen it. I witnessed it. I watched the whole thing unfold. And he's playing it off that Kyle spit on him and pushed him and this and that. Bottom line is Kyle and my wife were at our cars before an official was. That's got something to say. That they're lazy. And they should have been the first ones there to see if we were okay. Not my wife, who was videotaping on the other side of the track, and my brother that was on the other side of the track ran out to us faster than an official could jump off a stage and get 20 feet from where he was at. Makes no sense.
So my take of it is, Jordan, can you lower that volume because I can't talk here. Okay. My take with it is, it was a real shitty situation because I used to be a firefighter. I worked with Chelan County District 7 for quite a few years, and I know the difference between getting into somebody's bubble, the medic's bubble. Paramedics have a bubble, you stay out of that bubble while they're treating the patient. And I was nowhere near that bubble. I was standing next to my sister in front of Jordan's truck. I saw Sarah already getting out of her car, so I, kind of put two and two together, knew that she was doing okay. But Jordan was still in the truck, and all I did was lean forward. I didn't move. I didn't press into, the area. I just leaned forward to give him, Jordan a thumbs up. And right then, that's when I got ripped back by my sweatshirt. And, I don't know what Bruce's deal is with me. I really don't. He used to race with my dad back in the day, and I'd be totally fine with it if he said sorry. But to be honest, I mean, that kind of the show itself has seemed to be going downhill because, and I'm not afraid to say this because I have no intention of racing SLAMFEST in future years.
Same here.
Plan to go to Kitsap or other race events around the Northwest, even if we have to travel. But it just makes it unfortunate because this race event could be one of the best in Washington State. You know, if the promoters would just promote the show months in advance, if they can, you know, it's the 4th month into the year.
Bruce told me that you were in the bubble, but I know you guys weren't.
No, I was not.
I'm just saying. I can see this.
So, you know, it bothers me because the show, like I said before, the show means so much to me. I'd love to see it progress and move on and get better, but the promoters need to do something different. They need, I mean, like, this is the 4th month of 2025, and if the show makes it next year, I'm going to say if we don't get any information until next year, 2 months before the show starts. And I know it has to do with the fair budget and talking back and forth to Evergreen Speedway, but something needs to get figured out when it comes to this show, so us racers can prepare our cars, so we know what events are going to take place. You know, it sucks to scramble your car and not know, hey, should I even build this car because I don't know if the show is going to happen, or what you know, events they're going to have. It just puts a bad taste in people's mouths. You know, I don't know what the fair makes. I don't know what what Evergreen Speedway makes from this event. I can't imagine it's not some little, you know, amount. But
they said Saturday night there's 3,500. Sunday night Saturday night there's 3,000. Sunday night there's 3,500. Sold tickets. Yeah. Friday night was 1,500, and they're $40 a piece.
Right.
So do the math. I mean, that's a lot of money.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and we also have to pay our pit passes to get in. So I mean, I think that the fair itself, or you know, the promoters could afford to pay us drivers more. I mean, they wouldn't have a show without us drivers, and that's talking about any other race event in the Northwest or any other show in other states. Like, you know, the show wouldn't be there without the drivers. The show wouldn't be there without the you know, the crowd. And we do it for the crowd. We don't do it for us. But I mean, it makes a huge difference. Just over the weekend, I ended up spending probably $2,500 on parts alone just to keep the show going with mini cars. And I know I'm not the only one that spent money or put time into the cars, but I mean, we brought 6 cars out there, and I don't think, you know, if we brought those cars out,
they wouldn't have had a race.
They wouldn't really have a show. So, I mean, it's just frustrating in the whole aspect of it all to see it decline. You know, they used to do rollover contests. That was a big hit. Every year I've had people come up to me, I love the show, but I saw the rollover contest on the commercials. Why aren't they doing that? Or, you know, Mr. Dizzy being able to do a stunt. Just something stupid simple. But yeah, it's the fair, I think, is wanting to make the show go fast. But, you know, it's, in my opinion, the people are paying good money to watch this show. So why not give them a good show to watch?
Well, and on that, I mean, we're there all day. So why not start the racing 2 hours early and let it go for 4 hours? Then you can have more racing. You can throw in stunt bikes if you want. You can throw in a rollover competition, something like that. Yeah. But only have the show for an hour and a half, and then you're running. I mean, we're rushing to get this. So if we break, that's why half of us don't even run the heat races, because if we break something, we don't have the time to fix it to get back into the main. Yeah. So why not just make the main and make it worth everybody's while?
Yeah, everything's back to back so quickly, and I understand it. But I mean, I do appreciate all the drivers that came out to help put on the show. It's well, I understand that. Maybe it's the fair. I get it, but I mean, the fair and but the promotion company is the one that signs the check. So if the promotion company, which I'm not going to mention the name, I don't care to mention the name, but then they need to talk to the fair and work something in to, get the drivers a bit more money. I mean, we've got people coming from way out of state to bring cars. We got people coming from
Hours south.
hours, 2 hours here and there. So, I mean, it's just, I know that the fair tried to, they do a pizza party thing for us and stuff like that. Or I should say the promoter does, because I'm going to separate them. And I know it's not as much the fair because they just go off what the promoter talks to them about. But they just need to get it together and they need to start listening to the drivers more, because we know our shit. We know what, the crowd likes. And
Well, yeah, the crowd likes to see you hit people. So, I mean, that's the fun part in on what you had said about the drivers in the pit crew. You have a little, be treated a little better, not like talked down to like they're crap. Wagon Warrior, I'm not 100%. 751, we race with you. He said, personally, it doesn't seem welcoming at SLAMFEST to drivers. From what I seen last year and this year, drivers in pit crew need to be treated better, making it welcoming. Last year, the fair officials ruined for my family. That's what
we're
for
talking about.
Our family this year is we come down with most of the bump to pass cars, mini bump to pass. We literally are half.
We had 6
us
this
and then
year.
a couple, like four or five Kids App guys.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, Kids App guys, for coming down. I really
You guys
do
are awesome.
appreciate
We'll be racing with you next month.
it. Yeah.
Be nice to me. First time I've been on a dirt track, so don't hurt me too bad.
He's driving a truck, so roll him, please.
No, let's not. Let's not. Let's not roll Jordan. No, we'll stay on all fours.
But yeah,
Motor races. That'd be a killer idea. I mean, this is all stuff that I'm sorry, the fair promoters should know, and they need to change their damn commercial that they put on Facebook, because they don't have the rollover thing anymore.
It's an old
It's like
commercial.
old videos. They take videos every year, so just change it.
yeah.
I
Hey,
mean, make it better.
and Getchell, I'm with you, man. Lawnmower races, to throw a little exhibition race.
Oh,
there-
that'd be fun.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Lawnmower races for sure. I mean, throw some slick tires on there or get the track wet. For sure, do some lawnmower races.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I mean, I think one year they had some goofy drift thing, and I wasn't too hip on that. For like a
Unless you gotta know how
spectator
to
show.
drift.
But, I mean, the show was good ultimately. I mean, the crowd definitely loved the little kid Power Wheel Derby. That was something new, and I think a lot of the crowd liked it. But they got to start throwing back some of the stuff that they started with.
We know you do, Steve.
It starts digressing, and they need to go back to how it was when it began. I mean, there's been a couple years where, I think 2010 or something like that, they had a truck derby. No trucks came out. And that comes down to the promoting of it all. If they give people months to build these trucks or build these cars, people will come out. But it's just hard to, you got to find a truck. You got to build the truck. Sometimes you test the motor. The motor doesn't work, or it blows up on the stand. So you got to find something else. There's a whole bunch of factors that come into this show that the fair or the promoter needs to start thinking about when it comes to getting this show together.
In the announcers and everything there, they talk about how the drivers, they put the time and the money and the effort into making the show for everybody else. Yes, that's great for them to do that. But, like, Steve, we know you treat the drivers and all of us good, because you're always there with us, and you're not bitching about nothing. You're just giving us advice on how to fix them. We know. So, hey, Thorny said that once.
He's the only one that came in the pits. None of the other officials. He was the only one that came in the pits and was assisting us with things. All the other officials we're just standing up on the stage. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Steve was the flagger in our corner for, I mean, the main part of it. Hey, he's non-alcoholic beer. Yeah, man. Huh? Oh. Hey, Dorney, we are sending you a link so you can join the pod and put your input in, man. I want to hear it. I'd love to hear it. We all want to kind of hear it. So, you know, if this gets into the ears of the promoters, if it gets into the ears of sent to you on Facebook, Dorney, check your messages.
Facebook Messenger, you got it from me. But yes, I would love to get you in here because I really want to know how if you could catch up to me or not. I know you, Steve. We're going to deal with that gray area with the compact mid-sized derby. You know, Steve, you saying that. Honestly, out of all the derbies that happened this weekend, the mini car derby was the best.
It was the best.
I mean, somehow, if at all, if we continue going to SLAMFest, there's obviously going to have to be some stuff fixed on that aspect. But I think the fair or the track or whoever, we need to figure out how to promote this better. I told you my reach, Steve, and I mean, I could help, but I mean, there's definitely going to be some stuff that's fixed before I even want to attempt to deal with anything with this again. Not after this weekend. But start promoting it now. The fair is over, but tell them to get the footage from this last weekend, and by next month start promoting it then.
Yeah.
I bet you by then you have 30, 40 big cars that want to be in a derby or something along those lines when they know it's at the Washington State Fair. I mean, the promoting side. So I didn't see nothing about SLAMFEST until a month before we started racing.
Riley just commented. He said it won't let me do it without that.
What? You should just be able to click on that link on your phone in the Facebook Messenger group. Oh wait, Riley, is that you?
Rowdy Entertainment. I don't know if that's right. Oh, that might be. I don't know who that is. That's on YouTube, so it should be.
Well, they got to click on the link I sent to get on the show. You can't get through.
Oh, okay. So if you guys want to join the show, put your input in. You're more than welcome to. Just message us. Let us know if you're wanting to be on the podcast, and we can send you a link to join the show. Bryce, been pretty quiet up there. I would like to get some of your input from the show. What you experienced, what you thought was good, what you thought wasn't so good.
I mean, it was a little different for me because I didn't witness any of like what had happened. Because I was still in the car and they had us turned away from all you guys. So I didn't know about any of this until we were almost leaving. When I found out about everything, and it kind of just gave me a sour, taste in my mouth about just everything. Because it's really crappy how. We put a lot of time, like our family, and we were there, late, every single day. And it was just like, I just feel like we weren't appreciative after everything that happened,
Yeah, I think we got out of there a couple nights at like 1:30,
yeah.
12 o'clock one night. There's Thorny. Thornborough.
Hey, do me a favor. Turn your phone sideways so you fill up the whole screen.
I'm working on it.
There we go. What's
There
up,
it
Thorny?
Hey. I
What's going on, bud?
I feel like a boomer, dude. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Well, you got some nose hairs you need to shave.
Oh yeah, dude, I knew that. You didn't have to remind me.
Well, we can see your nose.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, not much. Just trying to
join in and listen on y'all's opinions of how the show went.
Yeah. Well, what's some of your opinions? What do you think? In regards to, I know you were killing it out there. You took third in the Derby. Dude,
Mad Dog.
that was in some Mad Dog action, dude.
First in the figure 8, which we're doing that again. Might not be that track. Same van, same truck.
So I don't know, like I feel like it dominated the weekend, to be honest, and it kind of makes me not want to go back, to be honest. Like especially if you're not going to be back next year, like you are half the field there. Like this year, there was yes, I wasn't trying to destroy my van, like unusual of me, not trying to destroy my ship, but it felt like there wasn't a whole lot of competition out there, which wasn't a whole lot of fun. And
I think he's talking shit.
No. I think he's just sad that I wasn't out there to put him in his place.
yeah, how many, like, you compare it to last year, there was multiple intersection shots, where this year I don't think we really minus the
2.
one.
Yeah.
Minus that one, I don't think we had any real intersection shots to get the fans on their feet.
Well, there was the one right when we started, when the van hit me in the intersection. It spun me out like we did with Mike last year in the blue truck.
No, I think that's the one he's referring to. I think.
So I had the one big hit against Sarah that you witnessed.
Yeah.
And like 2 laps before that, I did a 360 in the intersection because Kevin hit me in that van and he did not lift or nothing. He knocked me straight in the fender and I went spinning.
Yeah, I saw the video of it. Looked like he got you pretty good.
He doesn't give a shit what he said. He's just gonna take everybody.
Yeah. That's Kevin for you.
Well, I came into that on that one, and I wasn't lifting, and I seen that van coming, and I was like, "Uh-oh." That's where we
Right.
lost the tire, and all sorts of fun stuff happened on that one.
Here, hold
So,
on.
Thorny, are you working on a car right now, brother, or what are you doing? You look like you're in the shop.
Give me 1 second. I'm connecting to volume because I can't hear you guys very well. But yeah, so let's see. Trying to show video. We got working on Blaine's car here. Mini bump to pass / more or less a Stinger car with extra steel. Yeah, I don't have my shit here.
Who's that for?
We're Blaine. What's going on?
What's up, Blaine?
What up? Yeah, he killed that tempo of his in the Derby, and the Civic here is the replacement for it.
Oh, nice. Perfect. So I got a question for you. What that hit look like from your perspective? Because you were right beside me.
Oh, dude, it looked gnarly as fuck. Like, we came out of the court. Like, I was messing with you, I got you loose, and then you came out of the corner super squirrely, and I was planning on nailing you again and just looping you. And then I saw Sarah out of the corner of my eye and just grenaded the brakes. And then you kind of straightened out, and then boom, you two came together. It looked gnarly for my end.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of hard to avoid it, and just from watching the videos, I think, coming right in front of you, yeah, it would have been hard to avoid that one.
There was no point.
I don't.
Like he said, I was squirrely, and by the time I got it straight, I stopped.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
What'd you say?
I don't think they're necessarily anybody to blame on that hit. Yeah, you had nowhere to go. Sarah was trying to do her thing, which maybe she should have tried going around the other tires instead. But yeah, it just there was nowhere to go in that situation.
And you know, I mean, you're in there, your adrenaline's going your adrenaline's so high.
Yeah,
And
yeah, exactly.
I mean, that split decision. I mean, a split judgment. Remnants happen. It is what it is. And she told me, she's like, I really didn't mean to. I was like, it's all good. I didn't mean to hit you either. It's not
Yeah.
like I wanted to.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
It was a big time freak accident. That's something that you don't ever see. I mean, you're going into the intersection, looking left, make sure that somebody's not coming at you.
Yeah. Not
You don't
expecting it.
expect somebody to come into the intersection from the right,
Yeah.
from the wrong direction. And
no, it's not something to expect, but at the same time, we also have to build our cars for that possibility too.
oh yeah. Do you think you could, if that wouldn't have happened, do you think you could have caught me?
Wait, repeat that?
If that accident didn't happen, you think you could have caught me?
Based off other people driving that truck, yeah, I think I could have caught you. I think you would have got loose in the corner, and I would have shoved you around, and you would have done a nice fancy burnout for the show, and I would just ran away, to be honest.
Well, Thorny, I do have a few questions. You know, you killed it this weekend. I'm really proud of you, man. You're always a great driver, no matter where you go. But do you have any suggestions for this show specifically? Any frustrations that you might have, or any ideas?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, there's the stuff that I'm not really a part of that think could be changed, but my biggest thing with that show would be when we're allowed to get in, especially on the Saturday and Sunday shows. Like, if we could get a parade at 9-10 o'clock to get in, what we can have quiet hours or whatever they want to call them, but the ability to get our vehicles in there and start working on stuff to prepare it for the next day of racing, I think is kind of a vital part of it. Because, like we busted butt on the probe the night before, and we walked in, but there was some hesitation. And if we would have had to bring a vehicle in with parts or whatever, they wouldn't have allowed that. And that part of it, I think, should change.
I agree. Yeah, definitely. Being able to bring, let us come in prior to the fair starting. Let everybody meet up. So if they have parts, fix their rig. Yeah, I 100% agree.
Exactly. It's like, I don't see the point of sitting around for hours just to bust ass and try to make things work for an hour and a half time show. Like, that doesn't exactly make sense to me.
Yeah, that's a good point. We got a couple comments. Steve just said PL really needs to start doing SLAMFEST stuff for next year right now, and I 100% agree. Like,
Hands down.
I mean, if the fair's in contract with the promoter, there's no reason why anything should really be different other than working out what is coming up next year. Do you want to take Justin's comment?
I do. So Justin Bliss is another driver from Mothersburg Racing. He actually won Friday night and Saturday night main events at SLAMFEST. He said, I'm a little upset we put on the mini car derby. It is being handed to someone else. Not 100% sure what that means, but
Justin, what do you mean in that? Like, it's being handed to somebody else, as in it's the promoters taking the mini car portion over, or because who's taking it over? Is it Pinky that's taking that part over? I'm not. I think that's maybe.
I thought Pinky was just doing the full size cars.
That's what I thought too. But Justin? What's your opinion on doing rollover? Like, if they brought rollover back, would you be interested in building a rollover car? Or excuse me, not Justin. I'm sorry, Thorny. I know Justin would do it.
I would be down for it. My back isn't great anymore, but I would be down for it. But to kind of backtrack a little bit, how you were talking about promotion, up until like literally I was at your house after the Derby. The only promotions for SlamFest I saw, they involved the rollover contest. Like the same video they showed forever. And then while I'm at your house getting ready for bed, I see a promotion video that involves my car. Like, why am I seeing this after I've already raced? Like, why did this video not come out, a month ago?
Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Justin, if you're still listening, Facebook Messenger, I just sent you the link if you want to jump in. I'll put you up on the screen with them. I think. Oh, you're at work. Never mind.
But Thorny, I'm totally with you there, dude. It's just crazy the stuff that they're continuing to put out there. I mean, it's almost like false advertisement. People get their hopes up thinking they're going to see something. Like they've like they've in their promotion videos for the fairgrounds, they've promoted did some of Dizzy's stunts. They promoted the rollover contest.
Exactly.
That kind of stuff. And nobody from the stands saw any of that. So it's kind of disappointing when you.
And at that you got those tires. So what's
the
big
to be
making a square out of those tires and putting slicks on a tire, doing a burnout show and having the fans vote on it just to fill a time in between races, so we're not back to back to back. I mean, if they did a burnout contest, I'd go out there in that instant and I'd blow some tires. I'm not afraid to. I mean, cool, fork fast, end up and push me back in. I got more tires.
Yeah.
I mean, something that little that could really engage the audience would make such a big difference.
Yeah, I agree too. Like getting the crowd a little bit more involved. Thorny, do you remember doing skid plate races? I mean that was
that's before my day, but I would love to do that again.
Okay. So we did skid plate races a couple years ago. I think Somerville was out there running it, and it was a fun time. I think they didn't want us to do it because they were mad about like screwing up the asphalt or something like that.
That's what they say about Evergreen too, but Puyallup is just a parking lot.
Right. It is. So Lisa, this one I'm touching is the one I got second last year at SlamFest, and that's one of Kyle's first place SlamFest wins
From last year.
Yeah, I think that's last year.
Yeah, it's last year. I didn't win jack this year. I was just fixing stuff the whole time.
Man, our whole little crew we had, us, Bryce, Jacob, Jesse, Justin, I mean, we were fixing all sorts of crap and stuff. Yeah. It was nonstop.
I think, I mean, altogether it was a couple motor mounts, like 5 CV axles.
Yeah.
I mean, Bryce killed it. A clutch. Man, what else? Tires and
blown motor. We had to swap over to the other truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had no luck this year. Your team at least.
2025 has not been my year for sure.
No, clearly.
It was a rough one. I mean, the slimmest chance we had at any luck when Bryce got Sunday night was placing in the figure 8.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a hard year on it. All right.
That Accord was the only solid car you had, right? Like, that's the only one that didn't have issues?
I would say, yeah.
Which one?
The Accord.
The Accord that Justin drove. And I think you did too, right?
Yeah, I drove it Sunday.
think out of all the cars, that's the only one that didn't have issues because we had to loop the power steering pump on the S10. I blew the motor, CV axles, the radiator, water pump, the clutch. Yeah, that really was out of all of them the only one
Holy
that
shit!
didn't have touched.
And that car
I'm
was
getting
quick
a new
as
cap
fuck,
gear adjuster.
or quick as heck too. We're on YouTube. We got to be censored.
So the thing is this radio station's raw and unfiltered. So the radio station I'm a part of, they don't have to censor anything. If they take it down on YouTube, they take it down on YouTube. I'm on Rumble. So
Bro, is that the new one, the like gun friendly one that I've been hearing about?
Rumble's been around for a long time. It's just it's more of a it's a raw and unfiltered where nothing happens to you on there.
Oh, okay.
That's where all my viewers are really at, is Rumble and then YouTube.
Are you talking about his? Are you talking about this, the actual Big Grizz Show?
Just in general.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey, cheers, Thorny.
I got
Cheers.
some water.
I got rainwater. I don't got any water.
So you got rainwater?
Rainier.
Rainwater.
Mine's a little bit more rain than yours is, though. I mean, it's doing the thing though.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing your thing. If I had some cleaner water, I'd cheers you with it. But
Yes, it is, Lisa. Rumble is definitely like Lisa is a real good friend. One of my wife's good friends. She actually flew out here and married us. That's Lisa.
Oh, okay. Hi, Lisa.
Rumble is more of a white brain conservative friendly type of podcast where it is raw and unfiltered. I don't have to censor anything on it, which is way better. Plus, I get a lot more views being on this radio station than I did on the last.
Jacob, we got to
okay.
get you out here for in person podcast too, man. That'd be fun.
all right, yeah, I'm down. Let's have
think
a
I'm gonna-
fire
I
and
think I'm-
something, and I'll be down there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to make another video for my backwoods burnouts and maybe destroy something out in the backyard.
Dude, I was actually going to message you not that long ago asking for an update because it'd been a while.
Yeah, I just haven't had anything to throw out there, but I'm glad you guys like it, and I can keep on putting stuff out. I just wasn't sure if people were interested in what.
I don't know how much you recorded of SLAMFest, but if you could make a video out of SLAMFest, I'd throw that up.
Okay, that's a great idea. Yeah,
I'll send you that video. The dude with the stands sent me of me hitting Sarah.
I thought about
that was a good
carrying
video.
around a GoPro the whole time, making a podcast about it, or not a podcast, but a YouTube video about it. But, just too much shit was going on that weekend, so.
Oh, it was ridiculous. There's so much.
Right.
I feel like it would be cool to do like a behind the scenes of like what we actually do, like all 3 days of the event to give like the fans the perspective of like all the work that everybody puts in all 3 days. Because then
That would be awesome.
they would
I
appreciate
I
it a lot.
definitely agree with that. But
That'd
my
be great.
Fit Garage does the same type of thing
So
during
you got Steve
his shows.
in here watching. So it's something like Bryce, like you just said, you have just a random find a filmmaker or somebody that tapes it and just walk through the pits and tape people working on their cars and then play it on the screen while they're doing the in intermission or in between the races. Put up here's mini bump pads before the race, what they're doing to fix their stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to line up, and it takes 5 to 7 minutes before the race starts.
No, but that would be an awesome YouTube to record like the behind the scenes of SLAMFest. Just having a video guy back there recording all the teams, all the groups, everybody that's beating with a sledgehammer to get their fenders pulled up or
Yeah.
cutting torches, everything that we're fixing the whole time. That would be a cool show.
No,
Yeah.
and I think we could make a channel out of that throughout the whole season. I'm guessing based off of everything, you have no plans of running Evergreen, Kyle? Question mark.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I do have my big car that I got to start getting together, and I was probably just going to run South Sound, but it's hard for me to have the want to go back after the situation that happened with me. I mean, you know, I called the big man on the phone and asked him to look into it, and he said that he would do an investigation, but I haven't heard anything back from that, and you know, I feel like that situation was just getting passed under the rug, and it's frustrating because, you know, it wasn't just a little happening. I mean, I had a pretty good, you know, mark on my neck.
The mark says it all, to be honest.
What?
The mark says it all, to be honest. If it was the next, like, I saw the pictures the next day, you still had a mark, like, that's a bit freaking extreme.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you
even
he
if
said
he
afterwards?
Say what?
Did you hear what he told me and my buddy Larry afterwards?
I don't think so.
I think he might have already been gone. We were pulling the trucks out of our pits and putting them out in the grass to get them the next day. And me and my buddy Larry went up to him, and Larry looked at him and he goes, "Dude, apologize to Kyle. Like, no grown man should do anything like that, regardless of what's going on." And he looked at both of us and said, "I don't give a fuck. I don't like Kyle."
And that's okay for people to not like me. I mean, there might be shit that I'm unlikable about, but I really do try to help everybody that I can, be there for everybody that I can. So, I mean, if Bruce is just, I don't know, jealous or just doesn't like me, or maybe he has some kind of vendetta against my dad and uncle back in the day. I don't know. But, I mean, and this isn't, we're not doing this podcast just to bash, you know, him.
I'm not trying to go too deep into this topic.
Yeah. No, we already went through it. I voiced my opinion, and he voiced his, and it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It was wrong. I mean, it was wrong.
Yeah. So, but man, let's want to change the subject a little bit. I kind of want to ask you, Thorny, what's your experiences over the year of SLAMFest, and like how, like what do you like the best? What brings you the most joy of the show, really?
Honestly, it's just the go of it. It's just the non-stop action of it, and with that, like, and not to like try and go back to what we were just at, but with that being said, I have a lot of want to go over and play at Kitsap now. That place looks a lot of fun. Yeah, it looks fun, and I don't know. It seems like all the North End guys talk shit about the South End guys, but they're all friendly as hell. And honestly, I can't say I think they hit any harder than I do. So I'm pretty sure we're all going to be friends.
Oh, hitting's the best part, and we know you don't have a problem with this. We know that.
You know, Thorny, I think you'd really like it out there, and you haven't ran out on dirt before, but dude, it's killer. I mean, you're full throttle the whole time, just kicking your wheels crazy and spitting that dirt everywhere. So I haven't really. One of my first races was at Kitsap, and man, everybody welcomed me with open arms out there, and they drive for points out there. So, you know, if you want to go for points, you can, and you get paid out for it at the end of the year. You do have to join their membership. I don't know a whole bunch about Kitsap, but I know it's a fun place to run. You know, everybody's out there to have fun, and they all pitch in and help you if your car's all busted up. So it's a good place to go.
I'm not nervous. I honestly can't wait. I don't want to take it. I don't want to hit somebody like I did on that one. I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't never got a chance to hit you, Thorny, but I like to hit people. It's fun.
Oh, bring it on, brother. Bring it on. Oh, yeah.
It's
And,
fun. I enjoy that part of it, but it's intentional.
Bryce,
Yeah,
do you think you'd be interested in running out at Kitsap?
What's that?
You think running a car out at Kitsap, get that
Oh,
van
100%.
going for you?
Yeah, I would definitely do that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah. It would be.
I'm not sure.
I'm ready to do a derby yet.
I'm not sure the day, but according to Skylar, mid-August they have a kids derby out there, and so Allie will be out there in my Corolla to derby, and if I can, I'll bring a car out there as well. But her car will be the main focus for that one.
You know what the age limit is on it?
It's 10 to 14, I believe.
Oh,
This year? That's great.
At Kitsap?
Yeah, mid-August, something along the 17th, but I haven't seen it officially yet.
Might be running that Toyota wagon. Yeah. I got the motor. It's got to get the train. Oh, true.
Oh, hey, we can't be making plans on here. My wife had said the love interacting with the fans, letting the littles sit in the cars and get pictures. Dude, that was such a highlight. You know, sitting in that truck, I could barely move, and these guys are coming up to me and they're talking to me and asking me stuff, and the kids are looking. I'm like, you guys can get there. There's batteries unhooked. There's no key to it. You can't start it.
It's always fun letting kids get in there.
That is a lot of fun.
Dude, that's honestly like one of the best parts. Like, I remember being that little dude, and like, there's a reason I run the red lights, and it's due to me being in a diaper and a fellow driver, and like, it's all about the little kids, dude. They are the next generation of drivers.
Well,
Yeah.
I remember being at Spanaway Speedway with my dad, and after the Derby, you got to go into the pits, and the drivers would let you sit in the cars and stuff. And I mean, that's always a memory that's been in my head ever since I was tiny. So, I mean, being able to do that for the younger generation to keep this dying sport alive, I mean, it's worth it to me.
Oh, it's the pure joy that's on those kids' face when they really I can sit in there. Yeah, of course you can. That's something else. Then the dads are like, "Sure, it's okay." I was just like, "Yeah, but I ain't touching your kid. You're gonna put him through the window."
Yeah, right. Exactly, dude. They look at us like superheroes almost, and it's just
I
there's
signed an autograph, and I thought that was pretty cool.
right,
Somebody asked
exactly,
you to
dude. Like, we're nobody yet.
Yeah,
We're rock stars to these kids, and it's just
yeah,
it is the coolest feeling.
yeah.
It's no, it really is. When they just them looking, and then you see the joy, just walking around and looking. I don't know. I feel like a little kid after the Derby, and we're going out looking at the cars, and I'm a 43-year-old kid going, "Shit, that look like."
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Right?
I'm not gonna ask another grown man to sit in his car and take a picture of me, but the annihilation. I mean, your Derby cars up here. I said earlier, dude, it looks like a drunk driving accident. It needs to be one of the cars at the fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I straight junked that freaking wagon. That was so much fun. That was my third attempt at Derby, and this one finally went semi-well. Well, actually, it went really well, to be honest. But
yeah, you placed in the Derby, right?
yeah, I took third place and Mad Dog.
Dude, that's awesome. We had showed the hit. I think that we're guessing that you got the Mad Dog for. It was right in front of the bleachers.
I'm pretty sure I Mad Dogged off Kevin Robinson, but to be honest, like, most of my hits were pretty equal, so I'm not sure who. I was going after everybody. Like, I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing. I was hitting dead cars. I was having fun. Yeah, I had fun.
Well, is there anything else that you guys want to add to the show before we start wrapping it up?
No, I had a lot of fun this year. That's all. I mean,
Right.
it
So
was
what was
sick.
your most memorable thing out of the 3 days?
The CV axles for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I changed 4 of them. I mean, and I had never done it before. I had never worked on a car. I'm a city boy. Like, I'll admit it. And it's just like doing that just kind of made me feel, not like a city boy. Getting my hands dirty for once in my life was nice. It was cool.
Really proud of you, man. You got in there, arms deep in that, and weren't afraid to get dirty. And I'm really proud of you that, once we showed you how to do it the first time, you were able to do it over and over again. So, man, that was way killer. And I appreciate you sticking in with us till the late nights to get those cars back going. And Thorny, man, you were under those cars getting all itchy with the clutch dust and everything on our backs. So, man, you were killer, and you also had to get your own stuff back together and get the kiddos' power wheels back together. So I appreciate you sticking through and dealing with us and our team. And
what was
I know
your most
I know you would do the same.
What was your most memorable thing over the weekend?
Honestly, the derby, like that final 10 seconds of the car was dead. I knew it. I broke the stick, and it was just a relief of I finally freaking did it. Like,
That's awesome.
That is my 3rd attempt at derby, and the first one that's actually been successful. First one, I was first one out. Second one, I didn't even make it to line up, and then this one, it finally panned out, and I got to use the car to the full extent. And oh, dude, it was like sorry, this is not YouTube accessible. Bleep this out. It's like a blew my load, dude. Honestly, it was so satisfying.
I can't bleep it out. We're live.
Well,
Kyle, what was your?
it's not made for kids anyway. So
No, I do, but I put sensors on it. I got sensors on it.
no.
So what was yours out of the weekend?
The weekend, man, to be honest, it was seeing you guys being able to race and have the enjoyment out of it. I know there was frustrations with the weekend. It's stressful. It is so stressful trying to keep cars together. But I mean,
especially this year.
What's that?
Especially this year.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah, I've never seen you so stressed out either. I've never seen you
I've
that
never
type of
seen
way.
so many cars fail so quickly.
yeah. So I don't know what it was this year, if it was just bad juju on my side, but I'm glad that you guys were able to continue to stay in cars. And it really doesn't bust my bubble. I mean, I still got my $100 back. I was able to make every main. But, it was just, to me, it was worth it to be able to be out there for you guys, be out there for the crowd, and put, keep the show going. So I appreciate every single one of you, everybody that got their hands dirty.
Oh, it was amazing.
And
you guys, you're watching the Big Grizz Show. I'm live everywhere. We're gonna get wrapping this up. But,
I think Jacob wanted to say something.
oh, go ahead, Jake.
yeah, I just wanted to thank Kyle specifically because, yeah, I've been going to SLAMFEST for 4 years in total. The first year you brought that black flame car, destroyed it Friday night, spent all day Saturday fixing it up, trying to send it back out. It failed, but just the dedication that you have specifically to SLAMFest, bringing half the field to SLAMFest every single year after year, that it wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for you.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate
Yeah.
it.
So I want to thank all you guys. I mean, the whole weekend was a lot. I know, Kyle, we busted our butts getting stuff. Even 3 weeks before building cars to at least make the races. The whole experience of it, and I told you this before, is actually being able to hang out with the brothers. Since I lost mine in 2012, it was a different experience for me because I was able to have that camaraderie that I haven't had since I was. So being able up here, helping you with cars and learning more about it, and then getting to annihilate them. On top of all of that, that hit was pretty fabulous, and I'm pretty excited with myself for that one, even though it was an accident.
The funny thing is so we had a car completely built, ready to race for Jordan, and we spent probably, I don't know, 4 days trying to get this thing to run right. It was running great the day we pulled it out of the shop, but for some reason we put it out in the field, and his car was the only car that filled up with water. Like every single tub.
It's like 8 inches of water in the forecourt of that car.
So when we pulled it down from the back field and back onto the gravel, all that water slid forward and just drenched the
It fried the
electrical.
We could not figure it out.
So, yep, we ended up trying to get that thing going, but then just finally gave up on it. We were like, all right, let's switch over. We're building the Ford, and me and my buddy Mike and Jordan, we got it built in 2 days, day and a half, 2 days. Yeah, that was a rush, but there's nothing like building a car, and it's stressful, but it's all worth it. Yeah.
Right.
Definitely worth it. You take all that time and energy to fix it, and then you break it for other people to smile and laugh. It's amazing. I love it. But hey, everybody, you're watching the Big Grizz Show. We'll be live again next week. Not 100% sure who my guest is yet. I haven't figured out because I've been preoccupied with other stuff. But until next week, you guys have a wonderful night, and we will talk to you guys all later. And hey, happy Easter. He has risen. Don't forget that.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Love you guys.
See you, Jake. See you, Bryce. You guys have a good night.
Later.
Hey, thank you everybody for tuning into the Big Grizz Show. We will be live on air with Voice of the People USA Radio.com every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Times could change depending on guests, but I want to take a minute to personally thank every single one of you that have listened to my show. You guys are an amazing group of people, and you have helped me get to where I am now. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I thank God above all for the opportunity he has put in my lap, and I'm going to run with it, and I'm so happy to see you guys running with it with me. You guys are amazing, and God bless you all, and have a wonderful week, and we will see you next week. Have an amazing week, everybody.